Hi everybody, welcome to Gaia Tree Tarot. We're trying something a little different this time. As you can see, it's a little different angle than my last video. Today it's not really a question, it's sort of just like messages from your subconscious. Because our subconscious, whatever the plural of subconscious is, there are shadow sides. They exist behind us. We can't always see them, and sometimes we push down certain things that they're trying to tell us because we don't want to face them, or we want to ignore it, or it's painful or uncomfortable, or sometimes we just don't know it's there, and it's very subconscious, so it's like we're unaware of it, and unconscious as well. Yeah, let's get started. Today we have 5 groups. Group number 1 is going to be this little piece of amethyst here. Pretty in purple. Group number 2. This is a plastic bead, but I call it my time stone because, I don't know, I just see time in it. It's real cool. I really like it. It's one of my favorites. And then group number 3 is this piece of granite with trace amounts of garnet in it. That's why it's kind of pinkish. I found this in the bottom of a riverbed in the Molina Canyon in Arizona. So yeah, that one has a little bit of a memory for me. But it's also a pretty stone. And then group number 4 is going to be this tiny little star bead. Where's the camera? There it is. You get it. And then group number 5 is going to be this piece of pyrite. So sparkly. Okay, let's get started. So, group number 1, I'll put this right here. Oh my goodness. There we go, right there. So that you can see it. We're using the Hermetic Tarot today. So, what's a message from group number 1's subconscious? Trying to get 5 cards here. I just like pull some. Alright. 3, 4, and 5. Alrighty. It looks like you're having trouble keeping hope or maintaining hope for something. Or you're kind of not making a decision, or you're afraid to make a certain decision because you're afraid it won't work out the way you hope it will. Or there could have been a situation, you could have already made a decision that didn't work out the way you hoped it would. With the Lovers here in reverse, this could have been a relationship or a partnership that you had to let go of. And it's kind of, killed your hope that maybe things could ever work out in the future, or you're trying to see things from a higher perspective, though. But it's not always easy. What's a message from group one's subconscious? Cool. Oh, we have the Two of Wands outright again. We also have the, so in case you're interested in the cards that I'm laying down here, because I know you can't really see them from that angle. One day I'll have a better angle, but. So we have the Three of Wands, the Two of Wands in reverse, the Star, the Wheel of Fortune, Star in reverse, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, the Lovers in reverse. Lots of reversals. And then we have the Three of Wands clarified by the Four of Arrows in reverse. Yeah, this could be kind of like something that, like, I want to say, because we have the Two of Wands in reverse, this could have been a decision you made that didn't go the way you had hoped. Or yeah, just a situation that didn't work out the way you had hoped, and you're kind of having trouble letting it go or releasing it. Even though you may say, like, you may consciously think, like, oh, it's gone, it's done, it's okay, but like subconsciously you're kind of like still holding on to it a little bit. With the Ace of Swords, you're not quite being honest with yourself about perhaps how you really feel about it. We also have the Three of Wands twice. Three of Wands and the Two of Wands. This time the Three of Wands is in reverse. Three of Wands can talk about seeing things from a higher perspective. So in reverse, especially under clarifying the Star in reverse, like this is lack of hope, lack of seeing things from a higher perspective, at least on a subconscious level. I hope you can't hear the plow outside. If you can, don't mind it. Don't mind it. It's just, snowy season. The Wheel of Fortune, and yeah, this person could have, like, it could have been like a situation where somebody hurt you, like somebody either like betrayed you behind your back or said something that, or words that were said that you didn't mean on either side. Or maybe this could be specific, but maybe you also didn't feel worthy of this person, so you subconsciously let them go. Or created a situation where they had to leave. Like, it might have been a situation where, like, you were like, oh, well, this person will never like me anyway, so, like, then you get in fights with them, and then it like kind of like pushes them away, and then as it pushes them away, you're like, oh well, you know, like they were going to leave anyway, because like eventually they would get to know the real me and realize that that I'm not really good enough for them, or something like that. Something like that. It doesn't have to be that specifically. Which you're good enough. You are good enough. But sometimes we can push people away and not realize that we're doing it, because on a subconscious level, you know, for whatever reason, we don't feel like we're worthy of it, or we weren't being totally honest with ourselves about the reasons why we wanted this person in the first place. It could have also been a situation where like, with the Queen of Wands in reverse, this, like, the Queen of Wands upright, she's an awesome person, right? She's, like, passionate and dedicated and joyful and, like, lighthearted and lots of great things. Determined. In reverse, it turns all of these into, like, a bully, kind of. Like, she can be kind of a bully in reverse. So perhaps, like, this could have been an ex-lover, represented by the Queen of Wands in reverse. Like, either they actually did do you wrong, and, like, you kind of, like, oh, it could also be, too, like, you... Sometimes we choose people based on, again, like, our own subconscious sense of worth. And, like, maybe this person didn't treat you the way you actually deserve to be treated, but treated you the way you thought you deserved to be treated, which is maybe less than what you're actually deserving of. Like, maybe they were kind of a bully to you, or were kind of overly demanding, or like insulting, or like mean or manipulative, or just, you know, weren't good to you. And that's why things didn't work out. And, like, you know, eventually you let them go or push them away, or you need to push them away. Like, this could be a current situation. Maybe not push them away, but you need to, like, examine that, I guess, if they're not being good to you. Because, you know, just because you have something that's stable, or something that you don't need to have a person in your life in order to be good enough to be. And I know, like, everything everywhere will tell you otherwise, from the media to, like, common ideas in mainstream society, that, like, you know, we're meant to be partnered and coupled, and being with somebody is better than being alone. But it's really not. Like, being alone is not as bad as you would think, and especially if it's compared to being with somebody who doesn't treat you the way you actually deserve. Like, you can find better, and you are worthy of better. And I think you need to dare to have the hope that you can find somebody who is good for you, and who isn't going to, you know, treat you badly, insult you, or be a bully, or even with the Seven of Swords in reverse, like, gossip about you, or betray you verbally. This also could speak of your own insecurity, underlying insecurity. Again, this feeling that, like, you deserve to be treated that way. Maybe you have been treated that way in the past. For whatever reason, like, I think the cards are asking you to sort of examine your own inner insecurities, your own inner worth, and let go of the things that do not serve you. This could be more generalized too. It doesn't have to be a relationship either. This could just be the general message of like examining your own insecurities and the things that don't go your way. See them as a blessing when it doesn't go your way. I know that's always insane to hear because it's like, it's so easy when things don't go the way we expect them to just lose hope, to get caught up in the failure, in the disappointment, and be like, oh well, like, you know, why would things work out for me anyway? Like, they never work out, or get all negative about it. But I think he's gone. I really hope you couldn't hear that plow in the background. You probably could, and it was probably annoying you as much as it was annoying me. But I think he's gone. I don't assume. Alright, anyway. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Let's not dwell on that too much. Let's pull a few of these little advice cards. I'm going to read directly. There's a little booklet that comes with these cards, and I'm going to read directly from the booklet because I feel like I really like them. Whoa, cool, thanks. I'm gonna do that again. Okay, these two. Oh, look. Yeah, that's congruent. I'm gonna take this one too. So, we also have the star, again, upright. We have the Two of Wands in reverse, again. It showed up, but this is the... Well, it poked out when I was shuffling these cards, but, yeah, it showed up again here. Two of Wands in reverse. And then we also have the... What is this? Count... I don't do Roman numerals, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of Cups in reverse. Alright, let me read from the book here. The Star. This is a card of optimism and hope. You have the chance to start over in long-standing situations. Beware of pride, aim for cooperation and innovation. So, yeah, have a little hope. Have a little hope that things are going to work out. The Nine of Cups in reverse. And that things could be different next time, you know? Or whether this is, I feel like this is a situation that has already ended. And you're kind of in the aftermath of it, rather than a situation that could potentially end. Although if it's one that could potentially end, have hope that things could be better, you know? We have the Nine of Cups in reverse. Postpone decision-making. Weigh your options. No one minces words now. Beware of arrogance. Try to be easygoing. Don't fight fire with fire if this is a situation that needs to end. Plan your actions accordingly. You know, consider your own... I mean, you can use this reading as like kind of like ideas. Not the ideas, but like, you can use this reading, but consult your own intuition and what you feel is really right, too. First and foremost, especially when it comes to making decisions about your life. And like, if this is a relationship and you're realizing now that I've said this, that maybe your lover doesn't treat you the way that you should be treated, and maybe you should leave them, like, consider if that's really actually what you want to do and how you want to go about doing that. If that's a very specific situation. Again, maybe it's not that. But even if it's something that's already ended, consider that there are other options and other, like, this is an opportunity to start fresh. And finally, in reverse, the Two of Wands in reverse. Don't rely too much on loved ones or business associates for advice, aka me. Trust your own instinct to get you through a crisis. Pretty self-explanatory, my friend. Best of luck. I'm so sorry for the plow. And thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below what you thought, if this was helpful. Yeah, and I'll see you next one. Okay, pile number 2. If you chose the Time Stone, which is not a stone, nor is it time, it's a plastic bead. But if you chose the Time Stone, this is your reading. That's just what I call it. Alright, here we go. Messages from your subconscious. Oh my goodness, okay. Perfect. Okay. I see some inner conflict here. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm gonna get some clarifiers too, just because it makes it make more sense. But yeah, let's see. There's some emotions regarding not being successful that it's kind of causing you to not go after what it is that you want, or you're afraid you won't be successful. So you're really like beating yourself up about it internally, or you could be. And like maybe even like, it's like, you know, you want this thing. Right, hold on. Six of Swords in reverse. That one wanted to come out. Okie dokie. Oh, nice. Yeah, makes sense. Wow. Oh my goodness. Okay, so, well, let me just, so we have the Ace of Cups, the Six of Swords in reverse, the Five of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, and the Five of Swords. Then we also have the Six of Swords as a bonus card. I guess that needed to come out too. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, I'll explain, but yes. And then, the reason why I said, oh my goodness, is because clarifying the Five of Swords, we have the Five of Swords, or the Five of Arrows in this deck, and then clarifying the Knight of Wands in reverse, we have the Knight of Wands. Upright. That's why I was like, alright, well, I guess those ones are pretty straightforward, so they don't really need much clarification, but thank you, Spirit, for getting us a clarifier anyway. Alright, yeah, okay. Six of Swords. Five of Pentacles. Reverse, clarified by the moon. Give me 1 second. So, yeah, there's this feeling of underlying insecurity. Or fear of trying something new, or going after what it is that you want. And again, it's causing a lot of internal conflict. And you're sort of afraid of the unknown. You're afraid of everything that could happen. Like, your mind's cycling through all of the things that could possibly happen. And most of them are usually like worst case scenarios, and most of them probably won't happen. I mean, yeah, this could have to do with, like, you have a crush on somebody with the feelings. It could also just have to do with, like, just, like, what you're feeling deep down inside, like, your emotions. It could also be, like, confronting your emotions. Yeah. This could have to do with confronting your emotions, because that's what you're used to, not confronting them. With the Hierophant in reverse, this can be tradition for tradition's sake. This is what you're used to doing. You're not going after what it is that you want, because it would mean that you would have to confront some emotions that you don't want to confront, because emotions may be scary to you, especially with the moon being here. Like you don't quite understand them. They don't make logical sense to you. Oh my goodness. But the ship's sailing anyway. Life's going on regardless. Whether you stay in inaction or not. Whether you stay in deliberation. Yeah. So that's what I see from your subconscious, is that there's... I want to get a few more cards too. Can I? I don't know. I feel like that's like, I might have just told you everything you need to know. There might not be much else for you to know. But yeah, I guess the message here is to face those emotions anyway. To do it anyway. Because your options here are really to, like, stay where you're at. And stay stuck in this, like, Five of Swords headspace, and this Knight of Wands in reverse, like, in action, kind of like, being sort of... Knight of Wands in reverse, upright he can be kind of impulsive. In reverse, it's kind of like... Well, first of all, I feel like this is, like, not going after what it is that you want. Like, this is, like, not quite saying staying stuck, but maybe putting action towards distractions instead of, like, what it is that you know that maybe if you actually faced these emotions, it would make you feel better, because you would then, right, you would then have success. You would learn the lesson that you need to learn. even if it's uncomfortable. And not doing so is kind of putting you in this feeling of being stuck all alone and stuck out in the cold. This could even be like talking about your emotions with your friends or with a therapist or with like, or just talking it out. Or just like letting other people help you, you know? It can be so hard to ask for help, and maybe we feel like we need to do everything by ourselves, but we really don't. We really, really don't. And also confronting these emotions will end this difficult cycle. Like there's a cycle that's coming to an end that you really just need to let die. Like it's time to start facing these things, as scary as and as unknown as they may seem. And although it is important to consider what could go wrong and be prepared for those things, sometimes there are things that go wrong that we just can't prepare for, no matter how hard we try. And I can see how that's terrifying. And I think on top of that too, like when we take those risks, yes, there are times when things go wrong. It always happens. Well, I won't say always, but like it's easy when we take risks and go for things, or we take risks to embrace certain emotions, that things don't work out, or things work out exactly how we thought they would, which is apparently not very good. like, you know, those fears could become reality, but that's okay. Okay, like, embracing this struggle is going to teach you something. And life never happens. Like, it's a blessing that life doesn't happen the way we want it to. Because if it didn't, then we would never... What am I trying to say? Yeah, because then we would never grow. And we would never learn new things. And on top of that too, like, when you're holding yourself back from facing this, not only are you probably feeling kind of isolated, it also keeps you from the good things too. And that's kind of what I'm getting at here too, is like when we embrace these emotions, whatever they may be, I think for each person it's going to be a little more specific, so I won't try and pull cards on what these emotions actually are, because I think you know well, that you don't want to face them, and instead you'd rather shove them down, because perhaps it's just painful and scary and uncomfortable. But embrace the discomfort, because it'll be worth it in the end. Even if you embrace the discomfort and it goes exactly how you thought it would, with all this fear, like, it was still worth it, because at least you got it off your chest. At least you got it out, you know? At least you move forward. And even if it doesn't, and then there's still a chance that it could go better than expected too. Like, I think that's important to consider, that things could also go better than expected. The Ace of Swords. Tell yourself the truth. Live in the truth. Speak your truth, whatever it may be. And the Page of Cups. Speak your truth about your emotions. But I'm also going to read... Oh, look. We also have the... What is this? The Six of Wands. Again. I'm gonna take that one too. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's the 8 of Wands. Sorry, I have trouble counting. Alright, let me... yeah, quickly. Do this quickly. Do this with speed. The sooner the better. Because the sooner you do it, the sooner you'll be out of discomfort. Like, staying in this Five of Swords energy is causing you discomfort. And yes, it will be slightly more painful to just rip off the band-aid, but then you can actually address the infection that's underneath and take care of it, rather than just letting the band-aid, keeping it on and like letting it like rot your skin out, which is also causing discomfort. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of gross, but you know what I mean. Like, you'll be better off for facing it, even if it's uncomfortable, because right now it's also uncomfortable. It's just a different kind of discomfort. Okay. So I'm gonna read what the little bookie says, because I like what some of them say. All right. Looking for the cards in the book. Ah, okay. Ace of Swords, we have your spirit is strong and pioneering. Don't let your ego get in the way. This is a good time to push ahead with ideas, contract negotiations, and other legal matters. I mean, take that as it resonates. Goals you can meet quickly are better than long-range ones. Yes. I think also baby steps. Little bits. Like, you know, you don't have to embrace it, especially if this is like a big underlying issue. You don't have to do it all at once. Baby steps, but the sooner the better. Okay? The sooner you start tending to that wound, the sooner you rip off the band-aid and get to work, the better. Or get to work, get to feeling. Get to feeling. Get to feeling. No matter how ugly it is. Go ahead and have yourself an ugly cry if you need. And crying's not ugly. Crying's always beautiful, even when it's not pretty. But like, emotions are important. Alright, we have the Page of Cups. Don't get upset if things aren't going as you hoped. Be open to alternatives and prepare for a change of plans. Think before reacting. Beware of childish behavior. Yes. So, also too, I think this is cautioning you against, like, sometimes when we get into the feels of what we're actually feeling, we can get kind of reactive to other people. Try not to take your emotions out on other people, even if you're feeling particularly sensitive or open or vulnerable in that moment. That's okay. But yeah. And 8 of Wands. All of your plans have a green light. Move ahead. Your understanding of people and their problems delivers opportunities to get what you want. Friends and nature bring remedies for what ails you. Yeah. Yeah, so I think you know what it is that you need to do to address these emotions within you. And I think also, too, where it says friends and nature bring remedies for what ails you, especially when it comes to processing emotions, like, allow your friends to be there for you. Okay, you don't have to face it all alone. And nature, too. Like, there's something very healing about just being in nature. Like, if you want to have that ugly cry out with the trees, like, the trees will understand. The trees won't judge you. Or, you know, I think you know what you need to do. But now is your time to do it. Better now than never, as they say. All right. And this will bring about a change. It will bring about a change. But embrace the change. Don't fear it. It's an important one. Alright, that's all I see for you, Pile 2. I hope you enjoyed and found this helpful. Let me know in the comments below what you thought. And I hope to see you in the next reading. Bye! Okay, pile number 3. If you chose this piece of granite with traces of garnet in it, that's why it's pink, then this is your reading. Messages from your subconscious. I'm just going to pull some off the top. Two Pentacles in reverse. There's a decision. Or you have multiple options. And you don't know which one to make. And you're really struggling. I'm going to get some clarifiers. So this may be a relationship with a particular person. Doesn't have to be romantic. Could be a friend. But I'm sensing that this has to do with relationships. This has to do with, again, it's not necessarily romantic. Could be friendship, could be familial, could be any kind of relationship in your life. It could also be the relationship you have with yourself. So take it as it resonates. And don't... Yeah. Two Pentacles also came out again. There at the end, yeah. This is a difficult choice to make that is hindering your ability to move forward in life. In one way or another. Again, this could be internally, this could be externally. So I'm seeing here, first things first, learn to be content with what you have. And also, I think, learn to see how far you've come already. Yeah, how far you've come already. Because I think you're not seeing it. Like, I think you're kind of, yeah, I think you're not seeing it. or you're kind of not, you're looking at, basically the message is you have the tools and knowledge and wisdom already within you to be able to make this decision and conquer and handle whatever the consequences of that decision will bring. But there's some dishonesty and lack of trust here. I can see with the Seven of Swords and the Ace of Swords in reverse. Sorry, let me read off the cards for you in case you're interested. So we have the Hierophant in reverse, Seven of Swords, Queen of Seven of Swords, Queen of Cups, Two of Cups, Chariot in reverse. Then clarifying the Hierophant in reverse, we have the Nine of Swords. Clarifying the Seven of Swords, we have the Ace of Swords in reverse. Clarifying the Queen of Cups, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Clarifying the Two of Cups, we have the Eight of Cups in reverse. And then clarifying the Chariot in reverse, we have the Two of Pentacles again, which came out in the bottom of that deck, and the Page of, what's this, Page of Wands. Sorry, it's Page of Bows, but Wands. That's what the Wands are in this deck. This could also be that, like, your own immaturity is getting in the way, too, because sometimes the Page of Wands is somebody who's kind of immature, or impulsive in their decision-making. You could also be afraid of making an impulsive decision. Which, if you're afraid of making an impulsive decision, you're probably not going to make one, because already you're right there, you're thinking, okay, like, I'm afraid I'm going to make an impulsive decision. Well, now you can, like, think about the decision you're about to make, so it won't be impulsive. But yeah. So there's a lack of honesty, either with yourself, again, if this is the relationship you're having with yourself, or within this whatever other relationship you're having, whoever this may be. Could be a mother, like your mother, or somebody else's mother. Doesn't have to be. Especially with the two female cards. If this is a relationship with yourself, I feel like this is the relationship with the feminine aspects within you. Maybe you don't trust the truth that the feminine within you brings. But with the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles right here in the clarified in the center of the reading, like, the Queen of Cups is someone who's very in tune with her emotions, and because of this, she gains a lot of wisdom from her emotions. Emotions, you can look at emotions as, like, data or messengers. Like, they are providing messages to you, and the Queen of Cups understands this, and she's able to let herself feel what it is that she's feeling, and then again still look at it and use it to find the wisdom in the situation. And again, clarified by the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is somebody who's very grounded and down to earth, so it's kind of like also bringing these emotions down to the ground as well. And finding, like, I'm not seeing any swords here, so this isn't quite a mental understanding. It's more just like a grounded, like, a grounded understanding of, perhaps you're in kind of a chaotic situation, or you, like, don't know what to think or who to trust. especially with, okay, when I pulled this card, this is the Eight of Cups in reverse. I heard don't go back to the past. So whatever that means, take it as it resonates. Don't go back to the past. Don't go back to past energies. We're moving forward. This is clarifying the Two of Cups, which could, again, that's why I say a relationship. Two of Cups signify unions, relationships. Again, possibly the relationship you're having with yourself. If you're looking at yourself and your being as like, it can be helpful to kind of see yourself as like your own friend. And you have like an actual relationship with yourself as you would with anybody else. You take yourself out to dinner, or like you spend time with yourself, or you even talk to yourself in ways like, I mean, like you have your own internal monologue, right? You might actually audibly talk to yourself. I'm not judging. Like, hey, do what works for you. Or like you journal. Like there's different ways to sort of have a dialogue with yourself, but we're constantly doing that anyway. But again, feel like this could also be an external relationship as well. It could be both. It could be both at the same time. I think there's a number of situations here. So yeah, you're struggling to let go of this relationship. Whatever it is. And I think that like your inner feminine, she has answers for you. Like your wise inner feminine. And I think too, like there's a need to kind of like take a step back from this situation and really like, if you can, like physically get away from it. Which we can't get away from ourselves necessarily, but we can, you know, go find a peaceful place and again, like meditate or journal. Those can be helpful practices to kind of find a peaceful state of mind, and from that peaceful state of mind we can see more clearly and be more honest with ourselves about what is really happening here and what it means. But yeah, I think it's pretty clear that there's some sort of relationship where they're not being honest with you, and I think you know it deep down, but you don't want to confront it for whatever reason, and you're struggling to let it go, but it is holding you back. And you're really struggling with this choice to let it go, which it may not be easy to let any person go for whatever reason. I'm sure you have a good reason, but I think that's your message from your subconscious, is to take a look at this. And what you choose to do about it is going to be different for everyone, you know. But yeah. So I'm gonna pull a few advice cards. Justice. Yeah, balance. Justice shows up when we need to balance ourselves, or find balance, or find justice in this situation, whatever that may look like. Or truth, fairness, right? Well, I'm gonna put one more. There. The Queen of Wands. Cool. Alright. So, the Queen of Justice. Let's see what it says. The book says. What goes around comes around. Seek legal counsel. Ask advice from elders. You may be embroiled in negotiations or tedious bureaucratic systems. Do healthy things, spiritually and physically. So yeah, like everything I've already been saying. Take care of yourself, do healthy things for you spiritually and physically, and that will help you find a clear understanding of how to proceed. And even, like, ask your friends for advice, trusted friends, if you have any. If you have people that you know you can go to and you can trust and you can talk about it with them in confidence and sort of process your ideas with them in confidence. But be careful who you take advice from still. I think ultimately the best advice is going to come from you. Only you know what to do. And what goes around comes around. You know, if this is an actual other person and they're being deceitful and they're not being honest with you, I mean, you know, like, do what's fair. What's fair to you too. Alright, the Magician in reverse. Pay attention to rules and think twice before acting. Don't close yourself off from help and guidance of others. Beware of arrogance. Make friends, not enemies. Pretty self-explanatory. And the Queen of Wands. Believe in yourself. Don't be afraid to take the lead. Dealing with authority figures go well. Dealings with authority figures go well. Answers arrive when you talk things out with friends and lovers. Write letters, make calls, send faxes. Punctuality really counts. So yeah, believe in yourself. Believe that you have what it takes. And do what's fair to you. You know, I'm sorry, this sounds kind of difficult. But you can do it. You can do it. You can deal with it. You can face it and conquer it and be better for it and not put up with bullshit. You don't deserve to put up with bullshit. If that's what you're dealing with, I feel like it might be. Alright. Or somebody else's bullshit. Even your own bullshit. You don't deserve to put up with your own bullshit either. That's all I see for you, Pile 3. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments below if you found this helpful. And I hope to see you in the next reading. Bye! Okay, welcome Pile 4. If you chose this little star charm, this is your reading. Alright, messages from your subconscious. Here we go. You're searching for meaning. There's lots of choices and options that you are faced with. Perfect. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, 4. Okay. Like that. Yep. Yep. You're gonna take it. Interesting. Alright. Bottom of the deck, we have the 3 of Cups. Friendship, collaboration, overindulgence possibly. I feel like it more has to do with friendships. Or just, you know, work-related collaborations also, possibly. cards are meant to be upright. Are they? No? I don't know, man. Oof. And the Three of Cups showed up again. Look at that. Yeah, so friendships. There's options. Somebody's abusing their authority, perhaps. This could be you. You could also be abusing your own authority in a friendship. It's probably not something you want to hear. And from the bottom of the deck here, we have the Ten of Swords in reverse. Release the burdens of things that do not serve you. I'm gonna leave that right there. Okay. All right. So yeah, somebody's possibly abusing their authority, or you could be abusing your own authority. And possibly saying things you don't mean. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Interesting. Yeah, it looks like you're kind of in a defensive or argumentative energy, perhaps. Oh, let me read off the cards for you, too, just in case you're curious, since you can't really see them from the angle you're at. We have Justice, clarified by the King of Wands in reverse, the Seven of Cups, clarified by the Page of Swords in reverse, the King of Cups, clarified by the Three of Cups, the High Priestess, clarified by the Three of Swords in reverse, the Ace of Swords, clarified by the Lovers in reverse, the Queen of... Oh, sorry, yeah. We have like a double clarification. So these two, I feel like they're meant to come out together. And then we have the Ace of Swords and the Lovers in reverse, clarified by the Queen of Swords in reverse. So this is kind of like a compounding situation. And then we also have the Empress in reverse at the end here. She might be clarifying the Lovers in reverse, kind of, since two came out. Or maybe it's meant to be like that. I don't know, I feel like these are kind of all related. Anyway, yeah, okay. Whatever this is not fun. I think your intuition is telling you yeah, I think this might This might be an external thing, actually. And this could be work-related. I think that someone is abusing their power in this situation and saying things that they don't mean, or saying things sort of just to keep you coming back. This is somebody who's very emotionally intelligent and may even appear as your friend, but they're probably not. And I think deep down in your intuition, like, you know that this person is not, doesn't quite have your best intentions in mind. Like, I think you can kind of feel it the way they string you along in certain ways. But I think it's also really painful to face this, because maybe you're attached to the situation, or you want it to work out, or you know, for whatever reason. But the truth is, like, this person's not a good person to work with or be friends with, or, you know, whatever. And I think you know that. And I think you're kind of going against your own better judgment and wisdom here. And your subconscious wants to highlight that for you, because I think it's important for you to face that. Yeah. And I do feel like this is more of an external situation, or relating to an external situation, and not, like, internal. It's not within yourself, necessarily. Though I guess it could be take what resonates, but yeah. Man, that's not nice. So I'm gonna pull a few advice cards. Okay. Well, we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, the Page of Pentacles in reverse, the Tower in reverse, and the Hierophant in reverse. For advice. So yeah, I think this is like a big cautioning you against, like, working with this person in any kind of way. Like, this person does not have your best interest in mind. Even if you really want to believe that they do, they don't. And I think you know this already. Like, trust your own intuition. Your intuition knows. Your intuition doesn't want to face it, but your intuition knows. Listen to your intuition, okay? And if you're sitting there going, like, no, listen to your intuition. I think you know. Like, you already know. Like, you don't. Yeah. So I'm gonna read from the book for you here. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. You may like to have the final word, but there is no harm in asking for advice. Take your time to make informed decisions. Makes sense. Take my words with a grain of salt. You know best what you need to do, whatever it may be, however you need to handle this situation. Page of Pentacles. In reverse. You're being hesitant, secretly doubting that you'll succeed. Do not be afraid of a little competition. Yeah. So, don't be afraid of being right. Don't be afraid of being right. Even if you don't really want to be right. And the Tower in reverse. Delays are inevitable. A fall from glory is likely. Be prepared to change course midstream. Cooperation is minimal. Pushiness is plentiful. Meet opposition with compassion and sympathy. Yeah. So things are probably not going to work out the way you want them to, or hope they will. Sorry. I think you kind of know that by now. But be prepared for it. Don't expect this other person to cooperate with you. And you can still have compassion and sympathy for them, even if the way they're treating you is not fair or not right. Even if they're kind of like lying to you and stringing you along and abusing their authority to kind of get what they want. Don't let them continue doing that. Remove yourself from the situation if you must. But yeah, it doesn't mean you have to meet their energy with the same energy. You know what I mean? Like, you can still be a good person and do the right thing, even if they're not doing the right thing. And the Hierophant. In reverse. Make things happen by taking care of details. Don't become too rigidly attached to order and routine. The ritual shouldn't mean more to you than the result. Personal growth comes through modesty and compassion. Yeah, so do the right thing, even when nobody's looking, even when it's hard. Even if you never receive the credit for it that you should. Even if, like, you know, for example, like, say this is a business dealing, and, like, a person saying all the right things to get you to buy into what they want so that they can get what they want from you, and you realize this, and then you pull out halfway and you don't give them what they want. They might get upset at you. You know, this might piss them off a little bit. But realize, like, that is not on you. Like, I guess just expect people to get upset when you don't give them what they want. But that doesn't mean you have to be mean about it when you're saying no, but you're still allowed to say no. And people are going to get mad at your no, especially if they're trying to take advantage of you. All you can do is expect that, but it doesn't mean that you're doing the wrong thing by saying no to what you know is not good for you. All right. Remember to use your own intuition, wisdom, and inner guidance above all else. I wish you the best of luck, and I hope this was helpful. Let me know in the comments below, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Bye! Hello, Pile 5. If you chose this piece of pyrite, this is your reading. There we go. Alright. Messages from your subconscious. Here we go. What does Pile 5 subconscious have to say to them? Oh. Yeah, I'll go with that. So, 8 of Cups. Walk away. That's the walk away card. And then we have a very let go of your burdens, difficult ending. Okay. It could be. Could be that. I'm gonna get some clarifiers before I continue. From another deck. So, 3 of Cups. We have the 3 of Cups in reverse, clarified by Temperance. We have the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. Clarified by the Queen of Pentacles. We have the 6 of Pentacles, clarified by the 8 of Wands. We have the 6 of Cups in reverse, clarified. Oh, that came in sideways. Can I take it upright? Might go either way. Clarified by the Knight of Cups. 6 of Cups in reverse, clarified by the Knight of Cups. And the 10 of Pentacles. Clarified by the Page of Swords. On the bottom of the deck here we have the 5 of Wands. So there's a little bit of conflict. Or this could be empowerment. And yeah, this could be necessary conflict. Not like conflict, you know, like fights, but like there's a battle. There's a war within you. So, people who you thought were your friends, no, yeah, okay, people who you thought were your friends turned out may have not been your friends. This could also be, there's a bit of like overindulgence happening right now, and it's affecting your balance. Like, for example, you may be overindulging in certain foods or certain activities, or like there's some kind of lack of balance between like work and play, where you're maybe playing a bit more than you're working, or you know, doing more fun or more partying type things. It could also be that, you know, people in the past, people who you thought were your friends, turned out not to be your friends. And this threw you off balance as well. Or it led you straight to your balance. Either way, this area of your life needs to be looked at. Oh, give me 1 sec here. Let me sort of look at this. So, there was a difficult decision that you had to make, but you stood up for yourself. And perhaps you kind of look back on this and wonder if you made the right decision. But I think this is just sort of clarification that, like, you did. And you might also be remembering certain things better than they actually were. Um, you know, with the Knight of Cups here, this can be somebody who's kind of like head over, or heart over head. You know, they kind of lead with their heart, lead with their emotions, and perhaps, like, you know, maybe there were like certain situations or friendships or collaborations that didn't end up working out, and you needed to let them go for the sake of your own balance. And you've done that, even though it was difficult, and you stood your ground. Um, and you know, I think that sometimes, well, I think you know this already. I don't quite see this being a problem, but you know, it can kind of affect your sense of give and take when you give to certain people and they just take and take and take, and then you eventually realize, you know, you gotta set boundaries and let them go, or that they're not really your friends if it's not equal and reciprocative. Um, but you realize this pretty quickly, and I think too, like, the message here is to keep, like, just because somebody else took advantage of you doesn't mean you can't be kind, and doesn't mean you can't be giving to people. Um, yeah. And I think that you will be looked upon, well, there are good things coming your way here with this Ten of Pentacles. Like, this is the legacy of somebody who speaks the truth, clarified by the Page of Swords. Like, somebody who, like, even if like, you know, those people you had to walk away from, like, try to paint you as the enemy, like, you pay them no mind, and you just go about your business, and you don't even pay them any mind anymore. Maybe you don't talk about them, or um like, I think this is just, you needed some confirmation. Your subconscious is saying, like, you know, maybe you may look back on those situations and miss those friends and miss those people and miss those times and those memories that you made, but you know, it might be a little bit of idealization there. You know, it might not have been as nice as you thought it was, and you made the right decision by letting go of those people. You made the right decision for you. Um, you spoke your truth. You did the right thing. And I think that's what your subconscious is saying that you need to hear. I guess. Yeah. Painful endings. Did I say that already? Releasing of burdens. Releasing of burdens, of things that no longer serve you. Walking away. Yeah, you had to walk away from somebody. Or possibly multiple people. Or a whole friend group, you know, like, for your own sanity. And you made the right decision, even if you still miss them. Even if you question if that was the wrong choice, it wasn't. Alright, so for advice cards, we have here the Seven of Wands. We have the Four of Swords. Yeah. That's you. Four of Swords, boxed in by your thoughts. Happens to the best of us. It's okay. Page of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. So I'm going to read from the book for these ones, just because I like what this little book has some interesting advice in here. Alright, so for the Four of Swords, to soothe disagreements, look for a conservative, middle-of-the-road position. The opposition lessens when you realize that people can change. The greatest obstacle to your success is impatience. I think this is also too, not everybody is going to take advantage of you. Don't be afraid to be who you are and be the generous, kind, loving person that I can see that you are. Even if other people, even if people took advantage of you in the past, it doesn't mean everybody is going to. The Page of Pentacles. You know that song Streets by Doja Cat? That song just came into my head. I don't know if that's significant to you. It might be. Yeah. If not, you should look it up. It's a good song, even if it's not significant to you. I mean, anyway. Page of Pentacles. You want to be financially independent, so why not get started right away? You may have to put up with criticism from family and friends, but this is a time to push forward and improve for the quality of your life. So yeah, again, I also want to say that, especially with the Seven of Wands, actually I don't know if that's what the Seven of Wands means, but, if you had to walk away from these people, they might talk shit about you. Did I say that already? They might paint you as the bad guy, but you're not. And I think you're not. Seven of Pentacles. Have you been jumping the gun lately? Patience and hard work bring success. Try to listen to others and postpone decisions until you are informed. You hate to be broke, but don't overburden yourself to make ends meet. I think this goes both ways too. I mean, I think this is talking about, financially, maybe, focus on your work, I guess. This could be work related, as it's saying, but I think it also, you might be the kind of person who gives a lot in relationships, but although not everybody's going to take advantage of you, and there are people who are going to equally give and take with you, that doesn't mean you have to give it all away right away. You can give slowly. You can sort of feel it out and gauge, is this the kind of person I can trust as you're getting to know somebody. And the Seven of Wands. Faith overcomes your current obstacles. You have the power to accomplish your goals. Consider all of the consequences, but act swiftly. Yeah, so make informed decisions, but quickly. We also had the Eight of Wands show up here too, don't be afraid to give to the right people and don't hold back from them. Like, once you understand that this is the right person, don't be afraid to give to them. Don't hold back and keep your heart guarded just because somebody in the past hurt you. And that can be really hard, but you know, there are certain people, once you deem them trustworthy, allow yourself to open up to them. And don't treat the people in your life like the people of the past who have hurt you, because they're not them. And that wouldn't be fair to them. Yeah. So that's all I see for you. Pile 5, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope you found it helpful. Let me know in the comments below what you thought, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!